Never do that.
Never. Oh,
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Look, I'm in my. I finally got it out of somebody's car, but I'm in my nice, beautiful world's memorabilia. It's great. I love it.
It's awesome.
It's comfy.
So I'll do the disclaimer early tonight.
well, let's
Because
before
we
we
should
hold on.
We got to do the introduction.
Welcome to episode 153 of Welcome to episode 153 of
Is it
Ripping the Rack
153? Are
podcast.
you sure?
I
Was it
am
153 like 4 weeks ago.
Wait, are we 150? No, we're 153.
We are. Look at us go.
I think.
Well, when you do so many and you're so successful,
Right.
you lose count.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I lost
true.
count.
That's true.
So anyway, episode 153, 4, 5, 7, 42. I don't know.
150-ish.
150-ish. I am your host, Tim. With me today, as usual, is part of the Triforce hosts of hosts. I'm going to start down south in this wonderful weather we're having. He is the Coastal Crusader. He is Mr. Brian Athern.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Monday. We're here. We're going to talk some bowling. We're going to talk, life in general. It's going to be a good time.
And we're going to talk other things.
I'm excited. Canada had tournaments. I'm excited.
Soto went to the Mets. Yay, National League.
And
Oh, God.
representing the great 51st state of the United States, Canadian.
Soon enough.
Soon enough.
Soon enough.
We have the King of the North, the Prime Minister of the 51st state, the Governor of the 51st state,
Good Lord.
Calvin Locke.
You want me to be governor?
Absolutely.
I like it. Let's go. I'm ready for it.
Hold on, I'm just getting this out on the old interwebs.
Getting the interwebs.
So that is out on the old interwebs.
So,
Brian, do you want to
update for everybody who's interested? I'm now currently losing my nail on my finger. So my nail is coming off. Just so people, everybody always asks, how's my finger? That's my finger. It's the nail is coming off. So
What'd you do to it?
That was from Worlds.
It's from the Worlds.
Wow.
Yeah, from bowling. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I wish I could just take it all off.
We'll have to put you on IR, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do things a little bit different today.
Yeah.
Number one, we don't have our special guest, Molly's dad. Something came up. He's not able to make it at the moment. He will try to jump on if he gets a chance. If not, we will bring him back for.
He forgot.
Well, he's at the cage right now with Molly because he saw Soto get 700 million. So he's like, oh yeah, we got to get her hitting.
He might be. He might be.
It's starting now because they just put that woman pitcher on the list. She can be picked up by a team.
Yeah. So,
crazy.
Brian, if you would care to express the disclaimer, let's start with the disclaimer.
Absolutely. The views and expressions of Ripping the Rack podcast are those of Tim, Calvin, and Brian. They do not reflect on friends, guests, family members, or anybody else. These are solely our views. This is as it says in the Pat McAfee show, we are a bunch of weirdos doing a show, and what comes out of our mouth is meant for entertainment purposes. If you don't like that, everyone can stuff it up their ass so no one is singled out. Thank you.
I am YouTube kibitz for a minute. I've got to run up and grab a drinky drink. I'll be right back.
All right. So before we get into Canadian bowling tournaments, which I'm excited to talk about, and once Tim comes back, we'll get into that. At the current time, I'm going to address a situation that came up at the last podcast that was made public all over Facebook and had started, I think it was up to like 102 comments on that post. But we will address the big one first. There's a certain individual who is not happy with how I address them. And I am here to address the whole situation. First of all, I'm glad he's trying to find a story to link this whole situation. But what he doesn't want to do is tell you the actual story behind the situation. So first of all, I don't care. I went in my comments on my Facebook. I'm trying to address this like point by point in the email. He made the comment that the situation started like 7-8 years ago. Not true. I could care less what the guy thinks of my scores. I went back on my Facebook chats, never messaged him at all about him making the comments about my scores. Could not care less about his opinion in any means. Where this really started was 2 years ago at Worlds, the famous Vodka Thursday. If you don't know what Vodka Thursday situation was 2 years ago, you can either
ask around.
Or if you want something else, that's fine. I don't really care. So Vodka Thursday happened. A little situation happened between two teams. And I was confronted about it the next morning. And I was not talked to directly by the captain. I was talked to by the coordinator of the tournament. And they said, listen, I heard there's a situation that happened. I said, yeah, I didn't know anything. He said, well, apparently something happened. This is the certain situation. I'm like, okay, well, I never heard anything. I didn't see anything. Nobody came to me at the time. Nobody said anything. So the captain then came over and didn't talk to me. He talked down to me by telling me, hey, I did this because your player had a situation with my player, and this is what happened. And I wanted to go to the grievance committee last night, but my team said I shouldn't because it's not a big deal. So I was like, listen, I've already talked to the coordinator. I'm perfectly okay with the situation. You do what you got to do. So fast forward, whatever, it was all gone by. A week later, my two teammates receive an email from this individual stating that he was going to call the grievance right away, but he didn't feel like he should, and his team told him he shouldn't. And he felt that the situation needed to be addressed so that it never happens again. And he goes on saying further down, and he says, and, I tried to bring this up to Calvin, but you know his personal situation at home. So, his reaction was not great because, he's already tensed up and whatever. The exact wording, it's ridiculous, but that's where it started. This individual went behind my back, didn't address anything to me, went behind my back to my two teammates and told them about my personal life. Now, obviously, they know my personal life because they're my teammates. But that doesn't give you the right to go behind my back, talk to my teammates, and tell them that, I'm addressing you at a certain level because of my personal situation. No, I'm addressing you at a certain level because you, one, talked down to me and disrespected me as an adult, as a grown man, regardless of how much older you are than me. I'm still a grown man and I'm the captain of my team, and you can come talk to me with respect because as much as I've been a dickhead or an asshole to everybody, I do it because it's a laugh, because everybody gets along with it and everybody knows that I'm joking. And if you don't, honestly, you should. I'm not serious about most things. I'm joking with you to get a rise out of you or to, get under your skin to change the dynamics of the team or the situation. I'm only doing that. Most people who know me, I'm their favorite asshole because I'm a lot of fun to be around, even if I'm a dick. So you need to talk to me with respect. So second situation, we go back to, he says that, I'm a vulgar pig. Thank you. The world is a vulgar pig. Tim is a vulgar pig. Brian is people swear. People say things. You know what they don't do? They don't disrespect other bowlers on a public forum. You went after an Easter Classic and you posted publicly on your Facebook, which according to your new post that you just posted, only your friends and family can see that, not many bowlers. So what you're doing is putting a negative vibe out into our sport. So yes, I addressed it because you don't deserve to talk to somebody like that. How do you think that guy feels who, yes, may not be the best bowler, but maybe he's new to the game. Maybe he doesn't know how to throw his arm underneath and let the ball go. Maybe the only thing he can do is drop the ball. Now you've put that negative light on this person because now people on Facebook saw that and people in Candlepin chat saw that. And you went and did that. So yes, I called you out. You deserved it. You don't go on and disrespect somebody else. You don't know this person. And what did that do? Was that a difference between like 100th and 102nd for you? Like, did that really throw you off from your 102 average? Like, you've gone to that tournament once and you've gone there and disrespected somebody who is trying it out for the first time. And maybe they want to come back, but why would they come back now? Because you've publicly humiliated them. So yes, I called you out that one time. This second time, you deserved it even more. How dare you, again, go publicly on your Facebook and call out the lanes that have graciously hosted our 24-team tournament, which is shrinking in places that will host it because of the stuff that happens with bowlers. Because, what was it? Is it Lakeside that won't host us ever again? Or what is, yeah, Lakeside will never host us again because of the amount of damage to the equipment that happened. And one ball got put through one of their ball returns and nobody claimed any kind of thing for it. So how dare you go on a public forum and bash this host for not letting your kid bowl? Your kid shouldn't be there. Why is your kid there? He's not part of a team. He's in an adult environment. And these people have worked 12 or 13 hours and put up with our foolishness, lined up at the bar for literally 6 or 7 hours, going back and forth, helping with the equipment, fixing our stuff, helping us with our situations. So how dare you go publicly post that? So yeah, I called you out again, and I will. You're entitled. You talk down to people. You need to have respect for people and give them the respect that they deserve. So that is my rant, and that will be the end of that, and I will never speak of this individual again. Anybody else today?
Sorry. The best comment I just got. So I am a huge Mel Brooks fan. I'm a huge fan of comedy movies. I'm a huge fan of, the movie Animal House is one of my favorite. And I can't remember I don't think he directed it, but those types of movies. Fucking love Animal House. I just get this comment. Did we give up after the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Germans, dude, let him go. He's on a roll.
Yeah. Okay. So that was my negative comments. Let's go into some positive stuff. We had bowling tournaments in Canada.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me just pull up. I had it here, but then of course everything resets when you go and switch images. Okay. So the Avon Valley Lanes hosted the 2024 Connell Patterson Memorial. And
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you for a quick second. I just had a great idea.
Okay, go for it.
What if we had an airing of grievances amongst warring parties? So we could have said person on the show to discuss this with you. We could have anyone on the show that had grievances with me. We could have anyone on the show that had grievances with Brian.
Tim, we ain't got that much time. We don't have that much time.
I'm not going to lie. Popcorn sales would go up tenfold because
it would be our most viewed episode.
You know what? And I even forgot to, you know what? I'll leave that. But I even forgot to address the fact that he said he wanted to knock me out anytime, any place.
Okay.
Whenever you want.
We're not going to discuss violence.
We could broadcast it. Imagine the money we would make off of that. We're not going to
discuss violence.
No
violence. Paul.
I'm going to say this. Personally, I get along with said person. Personally, I get along with said person on this side. Whatever there is between them, honestly, I don't care. Between them.
Stop reading while you're commenting.
I can't help it.
Look at it later.
Said
Okay.
person, you are very welcome for not giving you credit.
Oh, okay.
So I think an errand of grievances. Let's
we're not.
Let's
Okay.
put this out
Okay,
for guys. We have a poll going on.
No, Tim,
Lord.
let's just get the scores.
Do we want an airing of grievances show?
Tim, you can drive a car with your feet if you want to. It does not make it a good idea.
If I don't think that we could have a show and have a conversation with him.
A Festivus episode.
Okay. Anyways, Avon Valley Lanes 2020. You read your comments and have your conversations. I'm going to do the Canadian side of bowling. Okay. Just do your things.
Hey, Calvin, Danny Finn says hi.
Hi, Danny Finn, and hi, his wife. So Hoagie's heroes. Hogan's team won a tournament. Way to go, Hoagie. And a boy. 18-4. First place. I don't know who I think I might have had it actually. No, those are just the averages. Okay. I don't know who was on his team. I'm sure he's here. He's probably listening. He can comment and say, hi, Caitlin. Yeah, I miss you too. So Turkey Hunters were 16-6. AVL, I'm assuming Avon Valley Lanes was 16-6 as well. So they tied. I think Turkey Hunters got pinfall by like 229 pins. Oh, yeah. Okay. Shore Shots and I'd Hit That finished at 14-8. High average for the men was Nate LeBlanc at 122, followed by Jerry Dunn at 121, and 18 swings at 117. 18 swings without a sweater. So when he gets the sweater,
whoa, Tim.
This is a children's show or something.
Larry,
you gotta keep buttholes away. And the high average for the women was Heather Martin at 119. Oh, she only bowled 3 strings, but still, Heather Martin 119. Steph Miller at 106 points. Oh, tied exactly. 3 people. That's crazy. They tied at the exact same average. So Steph Miller, Miranda Wallace, and Courtney Tremere finished at 106.63 for 8 strings with a total of 853 pins knocked down. I don't think I've ever seen that.
People had the same pinfall. That's
the exact same pinfall for 8 strings. That's pretty crazy. So congratulations to Hoagie and congratulations to the high averages. Wicked bowling there. This past weekend, I don't have all the stats because they were never posted. We only had standings. But at the 525 at Fairlanes, congratulations to the Fredericton Cheaters. I mean, the Fredericton Kingswood team. I don't know if they were Kingswood or just a Corey Smith. But Corey Smith, Ryan Flynn, Corey Thompson, I think it was Andy Martin and John Lewis, I think was and John is a very avid listener to our podcast. We were talking about it during the weekend. He was sitting down. He's saying, I don't watch it live, but I listen to it. So John, congratulations on the win. Corey sucks and Ryan Flynn sucks. So good job. Is it John? No, I don't think. Is it John Can? I thought it was John. I thought I looked him up on Facebook and it was John Lewis.
Apparently, John Can.
Apparently, that's what it said. Tim's, of course, doing Snapchat. He's a weirdo. They beat Adam Melanson's team, who thought they were only going to win 2 games all day, but were undefeated until the last 2 games of the tournament, and then won their 1 playoff string and lost in the finals. That was Adam Melanson, his dad Billy, his mother-in-law Linda, his friend Miller, and John. Oh, I can't remember his last name. John something. Anyways, congrats to everybody who bowled. It was a good day. It was 20 teams, so we had 2 divisions of 10. You bowled everybody once. and then had playoffs. Yes, John Riker. There you go. You didn't win 2 playoff strings. Relax. You cruised through one and then got lucky. So good day of bowling. I'm excited.
We bowled in the got lucky match.
Yeah. They always bowl in the got lucky match. So yeah, good for them. So that was Canada. We had 2 tournaments. I'm excited.
Too cold to play softball.
Yeah, it's way too cold to play softball. Yeah, all done.
All done?
All done.
Okay.
Your turn.
My apologies. I'm just
Tim, I know you're geeked up because you get to bowl this weekend.
You're feeling
that's why you're excited.
I'm bowling Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it 5 strings, but I'm going to bowl.
You're bowling
made
5
it 5
strings
the other night.
No shot.
Oh, I didn't make it the next day though.
Oh, was it bad?
Shot.
Oh, it's been bad since. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll see. That's not the it's getting worse.
You stuck a couple times too. That might have.
No, it's you know, I've got my appointment coming up here in about 3 weeks. The lovely doctor will hear. I will have an error in a Festivus moment.
Well, I hope you bowl because I hope you put that big belt up behind you.
Well, I am bowling.
I hope you win, so you put that big belt up there.
If I win, I'll never bowl again. I will go out on a winning note. And
you know what? I will not acknowledge you as the tribal chief, though, even if you get that belt.
I mean, we've got a bunch of things coming up. We've had some things happen. No one has sent stats, so I'm not going to read any results because no one wants to send stats.
Didn't Nico send something?
Oh, Nike. Sorry, Nico. Yeah. Yes, I do have stuff.
Yeah, he sent this, save this for the podcast.
Yeah, well, that was yesterday.
What's up, Larry?
Okay.
We got you, Nico. Don't worry, bud. You just sit there and relax.
Yep, we got it. I got to pull them up on this side. So how about the snow we're getting? Huh?
Oh my God. And then we're supposed to get like 15 millimeters of rain on Wednesday.
Yeah, so is because I'm an American and we speak American here. Is that a lot of rain?
It's a lot. Like it's, well, if you think of like, oh yeah, what do you guys use?
Inches. So we're supposed to get 2.5 inches of rain.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
with wind gusts of 55 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So
it's the same stuff. So 2.5.
So my generator is gassed up and ready to go. It started today.
Which means it won't start on Wednesday.
Which means it won't start when I need it.
Just call your stepson. He'll come over. He'll fix it.
Okay.
He's the handy one.
We have congratulations to Freshie on winning his very first something by himself.
I'm so proud of him.
No one carried him. He carried himself.
What a stud.
So
hey, that's
I know that's a lot.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Nick Zuffalato on winning the Pro Series Skins title at Boutwell's in Concord. We had Danny Harris, Mark Smith, and Freshie and Corey Packard with the final 4, with Allie Barber capturing the ladies' title. So great job, Allie. Great job, Freshie. Congratulations on that. We have, let's see, the seniors 55 plus, which is coming up for me. Got a few years. I might get back into bowling. Who knows?
You got like 2 years.
That's a few.
A few is 3 or more.
No, a few can be 2.
2's a couple.
I got some time. Let's see. So that was in Big 20. So we had Jeanette Southall wins the ladies' top prize, including the ladies' high single of 135. Faye Sawyer placed second, and Peggy Donnelly won the ladies' high over average pool. So nice job there. And then Dean Sullivan wins the top prize, 616, with Lane Britton coming in second. Mike Capone third. Phil Clough at 981 years old, taken fourth. Chris Lafreniere rounding out the top 5.
If they still had like TV shows, I'm pretty sure Phil could have bowled in like 6 consecutive decades on TV.
Yeah, it's possible. Sure, it's possible. So yeah, great job. Over $800 was raised for Candlepins for Cancer. So again, thank you to Mike Walker and his mom Leslie for hosting. So great job at the Big 20. Let's see. We've got apparently, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not going to say I have. Apparently, we had a bombs away, baby, a striking finish down to the last box. Incredible ladies Candlepin Cancer finals. That was all in one thing from Paul Grant. So, Danny just said, yes, I'm calling Danny out. He just said, full in 6 decades, if you count the New England Candlepins local access TV.
Wow.
That's pretty freaking impressive.
That's a lot of years of bowling.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, we had Amanda Carroll won. She took out the number 3 seed Glennis McKinley. That is on the Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, which you can subscribe for free. Just like you can subscribe to free to Ripping the Rack podcast, which is on YouTube as well. Let's see. We had Amy Doobie came in 3rd, Brittany Underwood 4th, and Shirelle Nealand came in 5th. So congratulations. And again, I believe that was a 1-pin victory, if I'm not mistaken, for Amanda. 1 or 2 pins. So I'm sorry if I ruined the surprise for people. If they were planning on watching that, that was a spoiler moment. My apologies. What else we got? We have nothing on that one because I totally screwed up. So let's see. We do have some things coming up. Hunter Collins and Charlie Collins will be hosting a charity tournament on March 30th at 9 a.m. at Orion's Family Amusements in Millis. This is a fundraiser for their dad, Jeff, who is currently fighting brain cancer. It's $60, $20 to the alley, $20 prize fund, $20 goes to the charity. We'll be doing a 9-pin, 5-string tournament with 100% handicap. Total pinfall will determine the winner. Averages will be determined by March 1st with a minimum 30 strings. 2 shifts, 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Payments must be due before March 20th, of which you can Venmo Danny Finn. They will have side pools as well. All sorts of side pools by the looks of it. They'll be doing raffles. They'll be doing 50-50. Again, this is a charity fundraiser for Hunter and Charlie's dad, who is fighting brain cancer. So let's all support that. Find that on Candlepin Chat. There's a lot of information there, including a form to fill out. That's a doc on google.com. So support that, please. We have the next Canal Lanes tournament. That will be Saturday, February 8th. This is a 5-string, 80% Scotch doubles. I'm not sure if Scotch doubles means you have to drink a lot of Scotch to bowl.
You got to have doubles.
Double Scotches. Okay.
Double Scotches, yeah.
Yep. 240 max average, handicap based on half average, meaning a 200 combined average would get a 16 handicap per game. I'll let Sean explain that. Additional details, you and your partner will alternate balls. And now my wife is sending me messages. Oh boy.
No. Get the laundry.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. She wants to buy.
She listening to us upstairs?
No. So my wife is a huge Post Malone fan.
And
we're going to see Post Malone and Jelly Roll, but we're not going to Foxborough to see them, where we decided to do a long weekend somewhere else.
We're going to Hershey Park.
Are you really?
Yeah. For the same thing. Guess
who else is going to Hershey Park?
Are you?
No.
Oh.
I think we're going to Dallas, actually. We're going to Jerry's World.
You ass. You know, I still haven't been there, and I'm the only Cowboys fan.
No, I don't know if it's between that and Miami, one of the others. We thought about Hershey Park, and that is kind of on the list as well. Anyway, she sent me one for Foxborough, section 130, row 2. 2 tickets, $6,218 each. So it's only $12,400.
Wow.
Dude, if you say it fast, it's not that bad.
Right. Anyway, so Canal
Sell
Lanes,
a kidney, bud.
Yep. It's going to be capped at 48 entry, 3 teams per lane. Sorry, additional details. You and your partner will alternate balls. If bowler 1 throws a strike, bowler 2 starts the next box. If bowler 1 does not throw a strike, bowler 2 tries for the spare. Top 16 make single elimination playoffs, $150 entry fee per team. Pretty good payouts here, folks. If they can get all 48 teams, first place is $2,200.
Wow.
Second place is $1,100. Third and fourth, $450. 5 through 8, $150. Top overall qualifier automatically gets $300. Second overall qualifier automatically gets $150. Please contact Sean Sears or Joseph Ringer. You can find this on Candlepin chat as well. Someday, if I ever get back to bowling, I will get to a tournament at Canal Lanes. Let's see what else we got. We have the Candlepin Corner Christmas Classic is this Saturday.
The 4 C's.
The 4 C's. The title belt is on the line.
Does this year's champion have to wrestle last year's champion for that title belt?
I think so. So if I win, I've got to take on Waters, and we all know he's a pussy anyway. So I'd kick his ass. I mean, I won't be able to reach it, but I mean,
only if I'm the special guest referee, man.
Yes,
That's the only way that works.
That is this Saturday, 2 shifts, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. That is down at Academy Lane. So come down and watch. Watch me make an ass out of myself. I'm bowling at 2:00. Let's see if I can. Let's see.
You might make it to 3.
It's a 9-pin tournament. You know what? Let's make an educated guess here. Calvin?
Top.
What's my high single and what's my 5?
Your high single.
It's a 9-pin. It's a 9-pin tournament.
Oh, it's a 9-pin tournament?
It's a 9-pin.
Oh. Your high singles 164.
And what's my 5?
652.
Ooh. Okay. Brian?
I got some faith in Tim. 184 and 720.
Wow. I'm going to go.
I'm solely basing this on a 9-pin tournament. If this was
Same.
This was just straight up, I'd be way lower.
It'd be 152 and 610.
Yeah. Oh, 152? Oh God, no.
It'd be the first string.
If I bowl 152, I better bowl more than 610.
I'd say he'd
be
go
the first string, and it would just go.
I think if this was straight up, his high is like 136, and he goes like 580 something.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I
think you're really gonna struggle 5 strings.
I'm gonna say 174.
Oh, going in the middle. That's nice.
And I'm gonna go 6, 6,
9.
9.
Tim, I was high man Thursday night.
Yes, you were. I would like to publicly say, for the first time in 30-something years, Brian Athern actually beat me.
Oh no, I beat you like 3 times.
Really? That many?
Yeah.
I know of one. I remember one. It was a 3. It was you went 400 one night and beat me by like 10 or 15.
No, I think I beat you. I beat you in a single string tournament once when we were on different teams.
Oh, for 1 string?
Yeah, I still beat you.
Oh shit, that don't count.
I still beat you.
Anyway,
was it like throwing a 200 in practice? Shit.
Huh?
It's like throwing a 200 in practice.
Oh, it's like I know. Let's see what else we got. We've got an update on the Augusta 1710 Drywall Concepts Ripping the Rack podcast 560. That is coming up April Saturday the 26th and 27th, April 26th and 27th. We will be the average cutoff has been moved to March 1st. It is your highest known league average. Yes, once a month averages count. Must have 30 strings by March 1st. We will not be using the tournament from last year yet. That was only 14 strings. We decided that is not enough. So, highest known league average. we will. So if you bowl this year and last year, then next year we'll have a tournament average because we figure at 28 strings, that's enough. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Hey, teammate from the north, are you going to be able to bowl in that with me? It's the week after Mania.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. Probably need to find another bowler then.
Because I won't. I am taking the week off before, and we were looking at flights, and we're possibly not even going to be able to get back until Wednesday. So
then you can come down Friday. What's wrong with that?
Because then I have to take off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as well. So I'm basically using 2 weeks for.
That's okay. Oh, then you already got it off. So you come down Friday, you bowl Saturday, Sunday.
No, don't be silly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you'll have to find another bowler. I'll keep you updated, but if you can find someone, by all means, go find someone.
We are at 16 teams. A decision will be made soon if we're going to go to 18 teams. The problem with 18 is it's just not as clean from a division standpoint. With 16, you had 8 and 8. It was very easy to do that.
9 in the crossover.
Huh?
Well, 9 in the crossover.
The problem is strings. We're doing Saturday, Sunday. We're doing 4 strings on Sunday to allow for playoffs and to get out of there at a reasonable time for people that need to travel.
How considerate of us.
So we were also thinking about maybe for next year, 2026, expanding this to a Friday, Saturday, Sunday tournament. Doing like a Friday late afternoon type thing. Bowling 4 or 5 strings on Friday, 10-ish, and then whatever on Sunday. But more to come. We're talking about it. Things that could do. We'd like to make this a tournament that's, a longevity is going to be around for quite some time. So, let's see. We have Tournament of Champions, January 2025. That is at Ryan's in Millis. Let's see if I've got the information here. Roll-off is $80. You're allowed 1 buyback per month to try and improve your score. Roll-offs are being held the first 3 weekends in January, 7 p.m. on Saturdays, 4 p.m. on Sundays, 5 strings. The 5 bowlers with the highest 5 strings total will contest the finals for this ladder, which will be held Saturday, January 25th at Harvard Lanes and Harvard, Mass. The overall ladder winner will receive an entry into the tournament champion finals in December 2025. So you can find that sign up on Candlepin chat as well.
Sweet. Is that it?
So what else you want to talk about?
Well, we didn't really talk. We got into the conversation deep with Mac, and we can continue that conversation. But we didn't really talk results. We didn't really talk stuff that happened. And I mean, we have our sheet that we filled out that I have everybody's stuff here. So, Tim, I can't remember. What was the high qualifier? I think you won the high qualifier because it was. I can't remember what the high qualifier was.
The singles, I don't have. Yeah. I don't have any of the information.
No,
here.
Like off by hand. I think it was like 696. I think was, and it was. I didn't even remember who was high qualifier, to be honest. But I think
it was he who shall not be named was high qualifier.
Oh, no way! Was he really? Damn. Yeah. Thanks, Nico. I feel pretty good. $1,250 every shot, but whatever. I'm always a bridesmaid, never a bride. It's what it is. So I think it was like 696. And so Tim, you would have won that. I get half a point because I guessed a Chris. I didn't guess the right Chris, but I guessed a Chris. We were all off. Waters, Travis Wallace, Chris Merrill. I beat out Chris Merrill, so I beat out my guess. I should have just let him win.
I was gonna say if you'd let him win.
Hey, yeah, I had the right country.
Yeah, you did. Oh no, I had that mixed up. We have the high qualifier and who we thought it was going to be. I still guessed a Chris. I guessed Hollett, so I still guessed a Chris. Yeah, you guys, Webba. You had the weirdest. Guy. You went real deep, but you didn't go deep enough to have Chris Ryder because you went Travis Wallace and Mark Webber. So, that's real deep for guesses.
I had to go deeper.
You had to go deeper. You had to dig a little
You
deeper.
can't go deeper.
Yeah, you can't go deeper. High average, I think.
Gotta go to the elbow, baby.
I think I won because I don't think there was anybody over 126. I think your guys' was like 120.
I think, what did I say? You wrote it down.
Yeah, you said 128. Brian said 127. I said 126.5.
And what was it again?
I think it was like 126.1 on your side or something like that. So I guess that. And I guess we should have done, because we didn't do 2 high averages because there's one in each division. But we did the 1 high average and we were all wrong. Corey Smith was only like 121. He wasn't even high average on our side. Chris Merrill as well, and Matt Harnett. So he wasn't high average for the tournament. I don't remember who came up. There was one person who was first but didn't have enough strings. So they didn't qualify to win high average. But I think they were high average at like 127 or something like that. High single, I think I was the closest at 182 because I don't think anybody broke 181. I had the high one at 169 on our side. Yeah, Tim Douglas, 129, but so technically, if you want to give Tim Douglas the high average at 129, Tim, you're right, but he didn't qualify.
Okay, we'll give it to him so I can be right.
Yeah, so you can be right. The winning team, we were all wrong. I can't believe none of us guessed Academy. I mean, it seems logical, but
I mean, look, they're a great team. I had other thoughts.
Yeah, I know.
I thought,
don't stop with the numbers, man. You're helping us out because I don't know. We don't have the stats in front of us, so keep helping us out. We're good. The high triple, I think Barber had it at like 485 or something like that.
No, it wasn't 480. It was
464? Was it something like that? That rings a bell.
So I think it rings a bell.
I think 460 something. So Brian, you'd have won that. You had 460 as the high triple. Surprise team, we were wrong. I believe it would be the Lita's mass holes or whatever they were this year.
That was surprise team?
Yeah, they'd be my surprise team. Yeah.
I mean, they made it further than anyone thought they would.
Yeah. 451
for Barber.
Yeah. So Brian still wins. But yeah, I'd be giving him that because they were definitely the.
I think Dave threw 451 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. I think Dave had 451. And team high single, don't know what that was. Wasn't it like 720 over on
someone
your
hit
side?
700. I know that much.
Yeah.
I know we had 3 times where we had the high single and someone beat us by like 1 or 2 pins.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I think the two times that the left side won it was both against us. One of them was the high single, one of them was the high triple, and I think they were both thrown against us. Different teams at different times, but they were both thrown against us. So it was pretty funny. And the team high triple, we were not even close because definitely nobody hit over 1900.
No, 18.
No.
Well, no, someone did, didn't they?
I don't think so. I thought it was like 18.
Someone went 19.
Oh, A plus was 679.
No, someone had to go more than 679.
Oh, that's what he says. He's got. Doesn't
He's
he
a
have all
numbers
the
guy,
stats
man.
in front of him? I assume he does.
No, I'm reasonably sure someone went higher than 679.
I don't think so, man. Those pins were awful.
It was tough.
Like it was. I think. Yeah. See, he has.
Wow, 670. Yeah, so 679. We went. I think that same time they did that, we was 670 something.
1955.
Yeah,
Holy
that's what I thought.
Jeez.
I knew they went big.
Well, there you go.
Because we had that was another one where we went like 1890 or 1880 or something stupid, and we're like, oh, that should make a little money, and
that should get it. Nope. Think again.
Haha, fooled you.
So I mean, I guess we were pretty close. Tim, you were 1989, so we were 40 pins off. But
yeah,
Yeah. On the left side, there was not
I
very much.
I want to answer Nico's question.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Proud of him.
No, it was good to see him bowl Saturday. And look, we all know it's in his head. And
I love you, Jeff. I do. I know you'll listen to this eventually.
He's one of the best to ever have done this game, so he's not done yet. So it was good to see him bowl well on Saturday.
Get some confidence back.
Yeah. So yeah, it was an impressive four-bagger too. Like they were crushed. They were hitting.
Oh yeah. And the third one the second one. The second one was the one that just imploded.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. The third and fourth ones had little pin action, but they were still hit.
The only pin action on the third one was the 5-pin hitting the head pin in the back of the head when it came forward.
Yeah.
Man, he ripped the third one hard enough that the 5-pin hit the mat and came back and hit the head pin as it was falling. Still.
Yeah.
It was a missile.
Yeah. It was crushed. And it was needed. I mean, it was done at a good time, and
Is there ever a bad time for a four-bagger?
Well, I mean, sure.
I mean,
if you're down 100 pins in the last two boxes and you throw a four-bagger to lose by 60, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Where was that, 20 boxes ago?
Yeah. No, it was. Yes, Duncan. That was a massive momentum swing, just like the match before. That we had Friday night against a certain team.
What momentum swing?
I don't know. The four doubles that we threw?
Yeah, that's not a momentum swing. That's just you guys kept throwing strikes and we didn't.
And then, someone pushing buttons when they shouldn't.
Why were you doing that?
Here we go again.
Wasn't me.
Holy fuck. Pin was angled at the gutter. Let it be.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That
wasn't. Just drink your old man vitamin water with your Metamucil in
it. If I wanted to, I should have been more of a vulgar pig. So, because I would have told him to just go sit the fuck down.
And then I threw a double strike, and all was right with the world.
Yeah, definitely good stuff.
I'll say it. I want to shout out Lexi and the entire staff at Lita Lanes. I have seen, I bowling in this a long time. I've seen a lot of stupid things throughout the course of this tournament. They busted their ass to make this as well run as they could make it.
Made breakfast for us in the morning.
Food was great. The beer and alcohol was cold. Yes, they did, Nico. They sacrificed league bowling Tuesday to Friday.
And they even had the Special Olympics the very next day.
Yes.
They were sold out. The Special Olympics had 250 people coming in. Every lane was blocked up.
Yeah.
It's poof.
So I give them all the props in the world for taking that tournament on. I love the concept to have two separate sides, distinct separate sides.
Too. I love it.
The only thing I'll say is I miss was there were people that bowled that I never got a chance to see or talk to because they were on the other side.
Yeah.
And typically during the course of a week, I'll get to see everyone because they're all in a row.
Yeah.
And at some point you'll be able to see it.
I'm hoping I can convince Fairlanes to let us go 13 to 24 and then use the other side and split them up again, because lanes 1 to 12 are absolute trash.
That's the left side. It's been that way though for a few years.
Exactly.
Now.
The pinfall is awful.
At the 560, Tim, if you you can tell the strings you bowl on the left side of the house.
Well, I mean, I bowled the Worlds 2 years ago. We were on the left side.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
I like bowling at fair lanes.
I love it.
I don't bowl well there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never bowled well at fair lanes, but I like bowling there.
Yeah.
So no, I love the concept. I would really like, I don't know how to word this. I miss the days of pinfall being consistent. That is true. You did have your 200 on
lane 2.
Lane 2?
Jerry had his on lane 4. 3 and 4. 3 and 4 mix.
Even though I will say my 502 and my 215 at Oxford Hills was on lanes 3 and 4 at Oxford Hills, back when lanes 3 and 4 were considered the 2 toughest lanes in the state. So everybody always talks about it, that no one knows. I still don't understand how I bowled that over on those 2 lanes, but
my high 3 at Oakland Park's on 1 and 2.
So Nico, I am no, John. Halifax doesn't. Halifax fair lanes is gone.
10 years ago now, I think.
Yeah. So Nico, in answering your question, you suggesting the bowling center cleans the pin plates after each day is finished? Sure. Either at night or first thing in the morning. I don't know what people use on their plates now. I can only go when I worked at Oxford Hills back in the day. We did the plates twice a week, 3 times a week, and we used lane conditioner on the plates. Now, we had metal plates, and we used lane conditioner, and it lasted all day. Hands might get a little dirty, whatever, but the pins would fly. If you hit it, they would fly. You've got people using orange glow. You've got people using this magic concoction or whatever they're using. I'm not asking for what's the word I want? I don't want slop for the Worlds, if that makes sense. I just want consistent. If I'm throwing a good ball, or if Calvin's throwing a good ball, or if anyone is throwing a good ball, they should get rewarded with good leaves. Yeah, this anti-gravity sauce. I have no idea what it is. Don't know.
I want whatever Clark Griswold put on the bottom of that sled. I
don't want pins to slide. That's the one thing I hate, is when they slide.
Well, some of that is, I've noticed in Augusta, I see this. Some of the new pins, the ends are concaved, so you get that little bit of air in between them, and they suck to the floor and they slide.
Yeah. I want to address Sean's thing too. Yeah. Sean and I know they're not dealing with the same conditions, at least each team, because as I stated 8 years ago, it was 8 years ago when we decided to split the high averages to 2 sides, because one side is faster than the other. So lanes 1 to 12 at fair lanes are not as fast as lanes 13 to 24. So how can you justify giving one person all the money when not every person is actually bowling on the same set of pins? Like, it's the same you can even say the same at Lita. The left side pins are tougher than the right side. That's why everybody at the 20 stringer always wants to start on lanes 9 or 10. So then you only have to go through certain lanes, and then you can get all the faster lanes on the other side. And even at Academy, I think is it the right side or the left side that's a little, I can't remember.
Right side's faster, I think.
That as well. So there's always 12 lanes or one side that is faster than the other. So if everybody was on the same conditions, they did every plate each morning or each night or whatever, and it's the same conditions for every spot, then perfect, great. I'd love that.
Sean, I was of the mindset that during that week at Leader, there should have been team high single and high triple for both sides, and there should have been a high average for both sides and individual high single and high average and high triple for both sides, because everybody knows that there are two distinct differences between both sides of that house. So I would have been perfectly fine with it, somehow, some way. And then, so I want to bring up something totally separate, but still part of the worlds, is prize money. And I had this brought up that it's been $10,000 to the winning team since 1980 something. We're 40 years into this, and we're still at $10,000. $10,000 meant a hell of a lot more 40 years ago than it does now. And I think we all know that.
Correct.
So should we find a way to increase the prize fund accordingly?
The only argument I'm going to have, because fuck yeah, put up the prize money. I don't care. I love telling people when they ask me, what are you going to win? Well, I'm going to win $10,000 if I win. Like, I'll do that all day. They love hearing that. If I can say I'm going to win $15,000 if I win, or $20,000 if I win, yeah. The only argument I'm going to have is that everything is so pricey now.
Yep.
And God, just a quick second, just, God rest his soul. When we had Charlie Milan, everything was taken care of. Everything was cheaper than what it is now. And he got good rates at hotels and everything like that. So it was a little cheaper back then, which is great.
And he got sponsors.
And he got sponsors.
He went out and got sponsors, just like in Halifax, they went out and got sponsors.
Yeah. If we can like maybe find a way to coordinate with the bowling alley and go out and ask businesses if they want like their names on the flaps or stuff like that, or we fill out our book and they have advertisements and coupons. And for example, I know guys like to go out and stuff like that, but if you think of like Moncton, like the keg gets there and each team, goes to the keg one night or something like that. And like, I know some people don't, but that's the thing. Like if they dish out $1,000 or $2,000, you can go spend 50 at their spot. You know what I mean? Like, so if we can figure out stuff like that, I know it's difficult to do that. And I know that takes people actually putting effort into the tournament, which there's maybe only a handful plus. Like, there's the committee, and then there's maybe like 2 or 3 people who go out and looking. Well, if you have like each captain is responsible for a sponsor or something like that, and that brings extra money into the tournament, maybe. I don't know.
I just had the question brought up to me and I got thinking about it, and they're not wrong, but the price to bowl hasn't gone up either that much. It's gone up a little bit.
Much. Yeah.
But not much.
No, not crazy amount.
I think the biggest thing is now is you got to get your own hotel room. That was the biggest thing Charlie did, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Tournament was to book the rooms, and it was included in your entry fee.
Yeah.
You're spending an extra almost $400-$500 that week on a room.
Yeah, like it used to be.
Well,
it used to be when you sold.
It was more than that. It was for the week. It was $800.
Yeah,
for me.
That was a big thing when you when back then that selling tickets was actually important, because usually when you sold a book of tickets, that was your entry fee. Like you could sell the amount that was basically what you were paying for the week. Yeah. So now tickets are good because it helps to lessen your cost, not cover your cost. So, and I know they've raised it up to $5, but like, I don't know.
Well, ours went down. Ours used to be $10 a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours went up because ours used to be $2 a ticket. Now it's $5 a ticket.
I will say they were hard to sell at $10 a ticket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Nico, I can say winning it 3 times, I can tell you that if you win, you're more than likely, unless you're a heavy drinker that you need to spend $150, $200 a day, on alcohol. If you win, you cover your costs for the week, and you maybe make a little extra.
You make a little extra.
Maybe make
and yes,
$200,
Angelo,
something like
we there are more bowlers on a team now than there were when I first started. We had 7. You would see 7. 8 was at the top, typically.
Yeah.
The and then it would go up to someone 9. And I remember the first year someone brought 10, which is fine. I don't have a problem with the team having 10 bowlers. I don't.
No, me neither.
Nope.
It's I think there's a couple of things, and we'll talk about this when Matt comes back on the program, which we're going to try for in a couple of weeks. We'll try to get him back on. He's got some great ideas about how to, I don't know about increasing the competition, but just making changes for the long-term life of this tournament.
I liked my thought of you have to throw percentage strings. If you're there and your team feels you should be there, you should have to throw a certain number of strings.
Which I think
5, 6. Yeah.
I think to qualify for playoffs.
That too.
Yeah, that's
the whole
something.
Team or that person.
That person. So let's say if you can only bowl Friday, you are no longer an asset really to the team. Yeah, you can show up Friday and we can use you Friday, but you're not going to be there for the playoffs because you don't have enough strings to qualify.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. We
figure it out.
Like I said, we used to do, I think it was like 60% or something like that.
Yeah, and the provincials, right?
Yeah, the mixed provincials. We used to have, you'd have to bowl 11 strings out of the, I think it's like 16 or 17. So you basically had to bowl certain people. You had to switch them out because if you have an injury or something like that, you're like, oh, well, we need you to come in. If you didn't have enough strings, you cannot bowl playoffs. So maybe that's a thing. And then at least it gets everybody in the lineup at all times. Mm-hmm. Like you look at Maria's sub, they always have a rotation. Like that's what they've been doing for years. They always have, like, because that's essentially why Tim Douglas didn't win high average, because he only had 17 games he bowled, because they do a rotation. So maybe that's the way to do it. And then you'd have you'd have to lessen everything else. So you'd have to say, like, to win high average, you got to throw at least half the games. So you'd have to go like 17 or 18, because if everybody's bringing 9 or 10 guys, to get 9 or 10 guys into 33, into 16 mm-hmm. games or 11 games, everybody's going to have their strings brought down. So.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. My time is nearing the end as far as competing at a high level, if not already. So I would like to see this game survive. I'd like to see, sorry, I was reading Sean's, makes sense given very few went under 10 games if they bowled.
Yeah.
Yeah, there weren't many that went under 10 games.
Correct.
There were a few, but there weren't many. I think I had 11. I think. Yeah.
Which is 10 more than you wanted.
Yeah, pretty much. I just wanted to bowl the last, like, one string on Friday to say that I bowled in the tournament again. So I think changes need to happen. But I don't think changes need to happen for the sake of change.
Right.
So, all right, I'm tired. Yeah. And it's snowing out, and I've got to go shovel and all that fun stuff, I think, because I think we've got a few inches of snow out there, and I didn't shovel the other day when we got home. So
now you have to shovel the new stuff on top of the frozen old stuff.
Yeah, well, I may not. I may just go throw some salt down because it's supposed to warm up tomorrow, and it's supposed to get 2.5 inches of rain and wind on Wednesday, so all of this is just going to melt anyway.
Yeah.
So, well, Christmas is not the 23rd, so we may do the 23rd.
Yeah, I have to work.
A very special holiday episode of Ripping the Rack
We'll
podcast.
all dress up in our ugly Christmas sweaters.
I have no problem with the 23rd.
Yeah,
I don't.
I mean,
I work that day, so yeah.
No, we can't do the following week. We'll be a few weeks after that because I am on vacation at the end of the year. going to where it's warm. So all that good stuff. And I believe we should have a grievance episode on the 23rd.
Festivus for the rest of us.
We should have Festivus for the rest of us.
It probably won't end well. I'm gonna say that. So I don't think it'll ever get hashed out.
But it would be fun.
Oh, sure.
No, that's an F word we could use to describe that. It's not the one I was thinking of, but
this is fun. We're having fun.
So much fun.
So much fun.
Yay.
Plow just went by, Tim. They're plowing.
Son of a. Anywho, so our next show, let's plan on the 23rd.
Yeah.
We'll try to get Mac on. We'll finish some conversation about that, and we'll talk about 2025.
We're gonna have Mac and Claus on the 23rd.
Well, I don't know. It depends.
Mac and Claus.
He's got a life. So, we do have some upcoming guests. What?
He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows your tax breaks. Mac and Claus.
But
so anyway, coming up, hopefully one of the shows in January, we will have Jenny Rowe. We will show her string. We will talk to her about it. We'll talk about kind of how her life within Candlepin Bowling has changed since that day.
Put some respect on that world record
holder.
Where
Jenny
everybody knows her name.
Mm-hmm.
Along with Steve Reno, who will represent Millis. He was working that night, so we will have him on as well. And then we will have other special guests throughout 2025 that I've talked to a few. Brian, I know you, Calvin, I know you guys have talked to some folks too. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna continue on as much as I
love it.
Continue saying that I'm going to retire and be done for right now.
When you're dead,
we will continue on with the show until said time where the show no longer airs.
Like and subscribe so Tim can stop whining.
Yes. So you can send us your questions, your comments, concerns. Your airing of the grievances can go to rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. Please do not use my personal stuff. Please do not send me hate mail because it makes me cry. And we
don't like him crying.
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on, you know what? Here's the thing with X and Twitter. We're not using it, so don't even try. We may try Threads. We may try something. Who the hell knows? Brian, where else can they hear us and see us?
Well,
Big Booty Brian.
They can see us on YouTube, and they can hear us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever else you listen to your podcast mediums.
So they should all like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button. Tap, 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 tap.
Oh, good timing. The dog's going off.
Oh, there we go. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa to everybody.